A blessed day to you, all my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, man. Thank you all for checking this one out. All right, my people. So, a couple of things that we want to talk about. So, later on today, we are supposed to see Trinidad Knight Riders versus the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Not too sure if we're going to get that game or it's going to be a reduced game based on overs, because we hear that there's a lot of rain over there in Trinidad. So we're going to wait and see how things go. Having said that, still want to talk a little bit about the CPL. So going into the 2023 staging, there are a couple of players that I was looking forward to seeing. I was saying that these players are going to be key. These players are the ones that I want the selectors to be looking at if they are able to really put in some good performances. So, we're going to talk about a couple of these players. Remember to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, right? You don't know how it is, here is where you get all your cricketing updates, all your latest breaking news on cricket. Not only breaking news, but rational, sensible reasoning when it comes on to cricket, Not a lot of emotions and things, just talking it and calling it as it is. So, coming into the 2023 staging of the CPL, I was looking forward to seeing a couple of players, and I really wanted a few of them to really go out there and stamp their authority. Things, I might say it's not going so well for some of the players. It's a case where some of them, they haven't gotten an opportunity to play. Some of them, they have gotten the opportunity to, but, they haven't scored or they haven't really taken wickets or anything. So, I don't know if I should say on the top of the list, but one of those players we're talking about is Jair McAllister. He's one of them that I really and truly wanted to see getting a couple of games. I really wanted to see what he had to offer. We would have seen him in and around the West Indies squad, not T20 squad, but I really wanted to see him in the CPL to see the sort of not only the pace, but to see how he would handle himself when put under pressure. Now, this can be a blessing in disguise for the players that are not really getting games, because they might get an opportunity to play some red ball cricket, and then they can play some test cricket. But Jair McAllister is one of them that I really wanted to see, but we haven't really seen him as yet. So he's on that list right there. Another player that I spoke about coming into the CPL was Sheffield Rutherford. I said that this season is the season for him to stand up and be counted. This season is the one for him to really go out there, stamp his authority, show the selectors that he has the ability, and let them know that, listen, I want to play. He has started off pretty well. I mean, not too much on a winning note, but he has played a couple of good knocks for his team. You understand? We have seen where they would have given him captaincy for he would have captained the team on a couple of occasions. As I said, not on winning notes, but he would have shown good ability to bat under pressure while captaining. So that is something that we have always wanted, somebody in the middle overs that is able to bat under pressure, both if you bring pace and spin. You understand? We really want him to be consistent, because we have seen Rutherford being not too consistent, and then when he goes and play in the different T20 leagues, he performs well. So we really want him to keep up this work in the CPL. Another one that I spoke about leading in would have been Alec Arthanes. We see how that is going. He has been a part of a winning team. I think he had a half century. He scored a half century. I think it was that was on a winning note. Last night, the last game that he played, that they beat St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, he wasn't really needed to score a lot of runs, but he came in and he saw the team across the line. Saw Ravman Powell telling a story there when they wanted, I think it was 4 to win. He said to Alec Arthanes that he's looking for a half century. I think Ravi was in the high 40s, was saying that he wanted a half century. Man said that boy, he has never seen anybody cut a ball behind point as hard as how Alec did. to get the ball down there to finish off the game. So, so Ravi couldn't get his half century. Just a little bit of banter there, but yeah, man, Alec Arthanis is one of those players that I really and truly wanted to get an opportunity, and he has done so. So he's definitely there. Matthew Ford, really was looking forward to seeing Matthew Ford getting some wickets under his belt. So we are hoping that he will play a couple more games, and he will be able to do his thing. And also O'Shane Thomas. So O'Shane Thomas, as we know, he's still bowling fast. He's not looking overly fit, you understand, but he's taking wickets, and that is definitely something that's going to boost his confidence. That is something that's going to give him the what you would call it, the zeal to continue to keep working hard. So he's definitely there doing his thing. And I think I had a couple of other youngsters that I really wanted to see. I think I had Kofi James, you understand. We haven't really seen much of him as yet, the spinner there. So hopefully he will be able to get an opportunity to go there and to do his thing. We see the couple of left arm spinner, Moti and Hussein, doing them thing, but we want a couple of the young spinners to come through. And Kofi James is one of those guys that I was hoping that he would have gotten a couple of games to really go out there and do his thing. We would have seen Jonah Sinclair, I think, in one game. Didn't look too bad. So he's there. I think I had a couple of other guys that are Kurt McKenzie. I think I spoke about Kurt McKenzie, saying that he's definitely we definitely want to see him doing his thing. Might be able to become a all format player for us. He's currently in the test team. You understand? We might see him in the ODI team and the T20 team pretty soon if he continues. It's not too easy to get into the West Indies T20 team up there now, because we don't see how that go already. But I personally think there is a spot to be had as an opener. Don't know how they're going to work it. Not saying that I'm throwing away Kyle Mayers, but we noticed they are working with Brandon King, and Kyle Mayers is still there. But he has had a rough patch recently, so that slot is there. I see people talking about Alec. I see people talking about Kurt McKenzie. Evan Lewis is somebody that we wanted to do well, so that he could probably step back into that role. He has been one of the better T20 openers for us since Chris Gale. You understand? So it would be nice to see him doing his thing. Not too sure what's going on with him, though. We haven't seen much of him with the bat. Well, we have seen him in games, but he's just not scoring, and I think he has some sort of injuries and thing. Yeah, but those are some of the younger players. Well, not all young players, but those are some of the players that I was looking forward to seeing, going out there and doing their thing, so they can get things up and running. Let the selectors know what's happening, because the selectors named a core, a group of players that they said they're going to work with leading up to the next World Cup. Be it ODI or T20, some of these guys, they have the potential, they have the ability. Selectors would have said that, listen, if you weren't named there, then all they need to do is perform, because there's wiggle room. We have wiggle room to get people in. Kemo Paul is definitely doing his thing, my viewers and subscribers. Not I think he's 25, 26, I think. But he's becoming a very important person there, where the Guyana Amazon Warriors is concerned. Would be nice to have him for the West Indies. Odin Smith, he hasn't had a fruitful. I don't think we have seen him just yet, because Romario Shepherd and Kemo Paul, they are a part of that team. So it's difficult for him to get in if those two guys are playing well. So Kemo Paul is probably eyeing up that spot in the West Indies squad, eyeing up that Odin Smith squad in the that Odin Smith spot in the West Indies team. So yeah, just wanted to come on and talk to you guys a little bit as we wait on that game. So just let me know if there are any other players that you guys were looking forward to seeing, but they haven't really stepped up as yet. Gonna leave it right here, so for now. Big up on yourself.